Hi, this video is part 5 in Time and Work series. For other parts, you can check out the playlist linked in the description. Basic formula that you need to remember is this: productivity is equal to work divided by time. Steps to solve a given problem are these. You understand the problem, you form equations out of that question, and you solve them. Question 1. P takes 10 days to complete 40% of a task, while Q takes 18 days to complete 75% of the same work. P and Q start to work together, but P leaves the work after a few days. Q continued the work alone for 3 more days. Now, if 63% work was still left, after how many days did P leave the work? Now, if you write equation, efficiency is equal to work. Work is 40% of the total work, 40 by 100 of the total work. Time is 10 days. So now if you calculate 2 2 ja, 2 5 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 5 ja, so 5 into 5, 25. Now Q's efficiency can be written as 75% of the total work, right? 75 by 100 into total work divided by 18 days. So now 25 3 ja, 25 4 ja, 3 1 ja, 3 6 ja, 4 into 6, 24. Now P and Q started working together. Let's say they have worked for X number of days, then P left, Q worked for 3 more days, and they completed some part of the work. So some part of the work they completed, rest remaining is 63%. Now if we add this plus this, we should get 100% of the work. So that amount of work is 100% minus 63%, which is 37% of the total work. So now we have to find X. After how many days did P leave the work? So now if we substitute values, right? So P is W by 25, Q is W by 24 of the way. No, they worked for X number of days, and then Q worked for 24 days. No, can complete in 24 days into 3 days. He worked for 3 days is equal to 37 by 100 into W. So work W is common in both sides, we cancel that. Now here we have 25 and 24, which is LCM. I think it will be multiplication. So we will have into 24 for this fraction, into 25 for this fraction. So we have 24 plus 25, which is 49 in numerator, 25 into 24 in denominator, plus 3 by 24. So if we want to make denominator same, we have to multiply by 25 in both numerator and denominator. So 37 divided by 100. Now if this 24 into 25 goes that way, since it is common, you can write like this. So 25 1 ja, 25 4 ja, 4 1 ja, 4 6 ja. Now 49x plus is equal to 3 into 25 goes that way, 37 into 6 minus 3 into 25. So now this can be written as 6 is nothing but 3 into 2. So if I take 3 common, you can write it like 37 into 2 minus 25. So this is 74, right, minus 25. 74 minus 25 is nothing but 70 minus 20, which is 50. That is tenths place, and then we have units place, which is 4 minus 5, which is minus 1. So it is 49. So 49x is equal to 3 into 49. So cancel. X is equal to 3. So answer is 3 days. Question 2. A, B and C can do a work in 20 days, 25 days and 30 days respectively. In how many days will the work be finished if they do it alternately and A begins the work? So if you write equations, A is equal to W by 20, B is equal to W by 25 and C is equal to W by 30. Now they are working alternately, A, B, C, and then again A, B, C, it goes like that. Let's say A has worked for X number of days, B has worked for Y number of days, C has worked for Z number of days. we can write equations for work like A into X, productivity into time, plus B into Y plus C into Z is equal to the total work W. If we substitute values of A, B and C in this equation, W by 20 X plus W by 25 Y plus W by 30 Z is equal to W. W is common on both sides. We need to take LCM of 20, 25 and 30. So 5, 4, 6, 2, 5, 3. So 5 to the 10, 5 to the 10, 10 into 10, 100, 100 into 3, 300. So we need to multiply this by 15. We need to multiply by this by 4. 25 into 4 is 100. Into 3 is 300. So we need to multiply by 4 and 3. This we need to multiply by 10 in order to make denominator 300. So 15x plus 12y plus 10z is equal to 300. What they are asking is how many days will the work be finished. They are asking for x plus y plus z is equal to question mark. So since we have only one equation, we have to go for trial and error. We say they worked equally, for equal number of days. That means x is equal to y is equal to z. If we do that, we get 15x plus 12x plus 10x, which is nothing but 27 plus 10, which is nothing but 37x is equal to 300. Now x is equal to 300 divided by 37. In order to just do calculation, I will take this 37 as 36. That's it. Okay. So 3 12 ja, 300 ja, 2 6 ja, 250 ja, 2 3 ja, 225 ja. So this is nothing but 8.333. Since we have reduced this denominator, the overall value would have increased, right? So this means this is a increased value. We need to little bit decrease it. So let us take x is almost equal to 8. So let us try. So x is equal to 8, y is equal to 8 and z is equal to 8. If we try to compute LHS value of this, if we put these values in this LHS, we need to get 300. That is our goal. So now 15 into 8 is nothing but 120. 12 into 8 is 96. 10 into 8 is 80. So the total value is 120 plus 80 is 200, 200 and 96. So this is slightly lesser than RHS, which is 300. So we increment one value. So A has already worked for 8 days, B has worked for 8 days, C has worked for 8 days. The next day A has to work. So let us try x is equal to 9, y is equal to 8 and z is equal to 8. So 15 9 ja 135, 12 8 ja 96, 10 8 ja 80. So this will be how do we add this? So we'll add hundreds place first. 100 plus 0 plus 0, 100. So next tens place. 30 plus 90 plus 80, which is nothing but 30 plus 90, 120, 120 plus 80, 200. And then we'll add units place. 5 plus 6 plus 0, which is nothing but 11. So this is 311. This has become more than RHS. So we need to decrement one value. So that means y and z values are correct, which is 8 fixed. But A has worked for in between 8 and 9 days. So that means A has worked for 8 point something. So that's something we need to find. So how do we find? We put values of y and z, which is 8 and 8 in this equation and try to find value of x. So 15x plus 12 8 ja 96, 10 8 ja 80 is equal to 300. Now how do we compute the value of x? If we send 80 that side, so this will become 220. Okay, and then 220 minus 96. 220 minus 96. So how do we compute this? We take 100, we split this into 100 plus 120 minus 96. 100 minus 96 is 4 plus 120 is 124. So x is equal to 15 goes that way. So 124 divided by 15. So 15 8 is 120, but 4 remains. So it is 8 plus 4 by 15. Now they are asking for x plus y plus z. 8 plus 4 by 15 plus y is 8, z is 8. So answer is 24 plus 4 by 15 days is the answer. Question 3. A, B and C can do a piece of work in 11 days, 20 days and 55 days respectively. If A work continuously and B and C work alternative with A, in how many days the total work will be finished? So A is W by 11, so B is W by 20 and C is W by 55. Now A works continuously, right? Now B and C work alternately. That means if B has come on the first day, next day C will come, next day B will come, next day C will come, next day B will come, and then it goes like that. So it is most probably, it is less than 10, because combined, if they work, their productivity increases, so it should be less than 11 days, somewhere around 9, 10, something like that. So we'll find out. Now if we say A has worked for X number of days, B has worked for Y number of days, C has worked for Z number of days, we can write equation like AX, part of the work done by A is A into X, part of the work done by B, part of the work done by C, we get the total work. Now if we substitute values here, so W by 11 X plus W by 20 Y plus W by 55 Z is equal to W. So now W is common, 11, 20 and 55. If we take LCM, we get 11 1 ja, 25 ja, 5 4 ja, 1 ja. So 11 into 5 into 4 is the LCM. 5 4 ja 20, 20 11 ja 220. 220 is the LCM. So now we have to multiply this fraction by 5 into 4, which is 20x. This is 20 means 5 into 4, we have to multiply by 11y. 55 means 5 into 11, we have to multiply by 4z. We have in 220 in all of these fractions. If it goes that way, it is 220. So this is the equation. Now we need to eliminate y and z in order to find x. So how do we find relation between y and x and z and x? So if we see, generally y is almost equal to x divided by 2, even z is almost equal to x divided by 2, because if you see for 4 days, B has worked for 2 days, A has worked for 4 days. Similarly, C has worked for 2 days. It is almost equal to x divided by 2. If we want to find exact relation, we can do so like this. So let's say x is like this. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes like that. Now y, whatever answer we want, is like this. So y is the number of days that B has worked. So on the first day he comes to work. On the second day he is absent, but he has already worked for 1 day. Now on the third day he comes again. So the total number of days is 2. On the fourth day he is absent, but he has already worked for 2 days. On the fifth day it is 3. So it goes like that. Now we know y is almost equal to x divided by 2. If we try to calculate x divided by 2, we get 0.5, 1, 1.5, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Right? So now we want to write exactly in terms of x divided by 2. So y is almost equal to x divided by 2. If we want to write exactly, we can write like C log. So if you have 0.5 we want to convert it to upper integer, which is 1, above integer. Similar here, similar here. So that is nothing but ceil of x divided by 2. Now if you want to write equation for z, it will be like this. Z is the number of days that C has worked. On the first day it is 0 because he is absent. On the second day it is 1. On the third day, even though he is absent, he has already worked for 1 number of days. On the fourth day it is 2 days. On the fifth day it is 2 days. On the sixth day it is 3. It goes like that. Now how do we convert x divided by 2, which is this, into this value, which is demotion, right? So we want to convert 0.5 to 0, 1.5 to 1, 2.5 to 2. So that is nothing but floor function. So we are choosing the lowest integer. So now if we say 0 to 1, there are like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, it goes like that, 0.99, right? Now if we want to convert to the above integer, it is called ceil. If we want to convert to the lower integer, it is called floor. So z is equal to floor of x divided by 2. If we substitute this in this, we get 20x plus 11 into ceil of x divided by 2 plus 4 into floor of x divided by 2 is equal to 220. So this is the exact equation. Okay. So if you want to calculate approximate value of x, we can approximate this ceil of x by 2 to x by 2, floor of x by 2 to x by 2. So we have 20 x divided by 2 plus 11 x divided by 2 plus 4 x divided by 2. Now this will not be exactly equal, it is approximately equal to 220. We just want to find approximate value of x. So now if we see 20x, right? So there was no x by 2, sorry. So we have to by 2 into 2. So it is 40x plus 11x plus 4x. 11 plus 4 it is 15. 15 plus 40 it is 55x. Almost equal to 2 goes that way. So 220 into 2. So 11 5s are 11 20s are and 5 1s are 5 4s are. So x is almost equal to 8. Now this is an approximate value. We have to put that in the exact equation and try to match those values, right? So if we calculate LHS value by substituting x is equal to 8, we get 20 into 8 from this plus 11 into ceil of 8 divided by 2, which is 4. Ceil of 4 is nothing but 4. Okay, so 4 into floor of x divided by 2, which is 4. Floor of 4 is nothing but 4. So we have 20 into 8, which is 160, plus 11 into 4, 44, plus 4 into 4, which is 16. So we can add this like 100, right? If we do 100's place, it is 100 plus 0 plus 0, which is 100. Next 10's place, 60 plus 40 plus 10, which is nothing but 60, 40, 100, 100 plus 10, 110, plus next units place, 0 plus 4 plus 6, 4 plus 6, which is nothing but 10. So 100 plus 10, 110 plus 10, which is nothing but 220, right? So 220, which is exactly equal to RHS. So answer is 8 days. So that means x is exactly equal to 8. This we found the approximate value, we substituted that in LHS and we saw that it is exactly equal to RHS. So x is equal to 8, exactly equal to 8. Okay, so answer is 8 days. Whatever solution that we have seen to question 3 until now is a complicated one. It will help you if you are in software industry, trying to find relation between two variables, and in case they ask how much work will get done in say 3.5 days, something like that. Okay, so there is for aptitude test the time is restricted, so we have to do this in a easier way. It is as follows. So now A is working continuously on every day he comes. Okay, now B and C are alternate. Now if you see this, there is a pattern repeating. So this one day is not the pattern because next day pattern is changing. So if you take 2 days at once, right, this pattern is repeating again and again, right? It goes on like that. Now we need to see how many patterns the work will get done. So in one pattern, the amount of work done is A is working for 2 days, B is working for 1 day, and C is working for 1 day. So that is nothing but W by 11 into 2 plus W by 20 into 1 plus W by 55 into 1. So now 11, 20 and 55, if we take LCM, 11 1 ja 20, 5 ja 5 and 20, LCM is 20. So total LCM is 11 into 20. So we have to multiply this fraction by 20, this fraction by 11, and this fraction by, this can also be written as 5 into 4, right? So 11 5 is 55, so 4. So this fraction by 4. We have 2 into 20, 40, 40 plus 11, 51, 51 plus 4, 55. 55 W by 11 into 5 into 4. Now 11 on the 11 5 5 cancel. So W by 4. So in one pattern we are getting W by 4th of the work done. So now we have to repeat this, meaning we have to add and get the total work done, right? So the total work done, we can also write this as by 4 into 4. Why did I do that? Because there is a 4 in denominator. So let us say that is let us do that. Let us keep it. So W by 4. So this pattern should be repeated by 4 times, right? W by 4, W by 4, in order to get 4 W by 4, which is our goal. So now it is taking 4 patterns. Okay, so 4 patterns to complete the total work. 4 patterns is nothing but each pattern is 2 days. First day, second day, first day, second day, first day, second day, like that. So it is 4 into 2, which is 8 days, is the answer. Question 4. A can do a piece of work in 30 days, B can do it in 45 days, and C can do the same work alone in 60 days. On the first day, A worked alone, and on the second day, A and B worked together, and on the third day, A and C worked together. If they repeat the cycle, then in how many days total work can be completed? So this is very similar to question 3. So A works on first day, A and B works on next day, and on the third day, A and C are working. So this cycle will repeat. Now, if you do it through the complicated way, X days, Y days and Z days, we get Y as round of X by 3 and Z as floor of X by 3. You can do it in that way, or we can follow the easier way, which is pattern recognition. So this pattern is getting repeated, right? So in one pattern, the amount of work is done, right? So it is A is working for 3 days, B is working for 1 day, and C is working for 1 day, which is nothing but W by 30 into 3 plus W by 45 plus W by 60. Now W 30, 45 and 60, they are multiples of 15. So I will take W by 15 common. So I will have 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. 2, 3 and 4. LCM is 2 1 ja, 2 2 ja, 2 3 ja 6, 6 2 ja 12. LCM is 12. So this by 6, this by 4, this by 3. 3 6 ja 18 plus 4 22, 22 plus 3 25. So W by 15 into 25 divided by LCM, which is 12. So 5 3 ja 5, 5 ja. So amount of work done in one pattern is 5 by 36 of W. Our goal is to repeat this pattern sometimes to get the total amount of work to get done. So total amount of work to get done means 36 by 36, right? So since we have denominator 36, I am doing that. So now multiples of 5 closer to 36, right? So we have to repeat this pattern by 7 times. 5 7s are 35. So if we repeat that pattern for 7 times, we get 5 by 36 into 7, which is nothing but 35 by 36 amount of work getting done. Now the total is 36 divided by 36. The total work is that we are getting done 35 by 36 of that work. So amount of work remaining is W by 36. Now in one pattern we are getting done 5W by 36, which is much more than this, 5 times of this. So we have to go inside pattern, fraction of a pattern. On the first day, work getting done is A into 1, right? So which is nothing but W by 30 into 1, which is W by 30. So now W by 30 amount of work is greater than the amount of work remaining, W by 36. So that means A can complete that within a fraction of a day, right? We need to find that fraction of a day. So A will take fraction of a day to get work done, which is 36, W by 36. So A is W by 30, so X is equal to 30 by 36, correct? So which is nothing but 6 6 ja, 6 5 ja. So 5 by 6th of a day. So it is nothing but 7 patterns plus 5 by 6th of a day. So 7 patterns. For each pattern it is 3 days. So 7 into 3, 21 plus 5 by 6. So this is the answer. Question 5. Time taken by A to complete the job is 80% more than time taken by A and B together to complete the same job. Find the time taken by A in days to complete the job alone. If C is 100% more efficient than B and time taken by B and C together to complete the job is 20 by 3 days. So if we try to write equations, right, for the first sentence, time taken by A to complete the job is 80% more than time taken by A and B together. So reference is A and B together. So if we write equation, A and B together can complete the work in X number of days, if we say that. Now A can complete that work in 80% more time than X. So X plus 80% of the reference, which is X, which is nothing but 1.8x, right? Correct. Now find the time taken by A in days. That means we have to find 1.8x, okay, in days to complete the job. If C is 100% more efficient than B, C is equal to B plus more than 100% of B, which is nothing but 2B. So C is equal to 2B. Now they are saying B and C together can complete that work in 20 by 3 days. Now we need to find 1.8x. That means we need to find x. That means we need to find A. If we want to find A, we need to find B. If we want to find B, we need to eliminate C. So from this equation, if we substitute 2B in here, we get B plus 2B, which is 3B is equal to 3 by 20 into W. So that means B is equal to W by 20. If we substitute that here, right? So, and this one here, so W by 1.8x plus W by 20 is equal to W by x. So 1.8 is nothing but 1.8 is nothing but 118 divided by 10. So this can be written as divided by 10. So this 10 goes in the numerator, 10 by 18 into W by x. So if it goes that way, W by x, if I take common, here we have 1 and here we have 10 by 18, right? So W cancel, x is equal to 20 goes that way. So 18 minus 10, which is 8 divided by 18. Now what we want is 1.8x. So 1.8x is equal to 18 divided by 10, which is nothing but 1.8 into x, which is 20 into 8 by 18. So 18 cancel, this cancel. 8 into 2, which is 16. 16 days is the answer. Question 6. A contractor took a contract to finish a work in 62 days. He employed 32 men to work, but 1/3 of the work was done in 30 days. How many additional men should he employ so that remaining work will be finished in duration? So 62 days is the total duration, right? But it is split into two things. So first is 30 days. So total is 62. So 30 days plus some days is equal to 62. So that is equal to 62 minus 30, which is 32 days. So this is 32 days, right? So in this duration, work done is 1/3 of the work. So W by 3. 1/3 of the work is W by 3. So the remaining work is W by 3 plus remaining work is equal to total work. Remaining work is equal to W minus W by 3, which is nothing but 2W by 3. So this is 3W. 3 minus 1 is 2 by 3. So 2/3 of the work is remaining. So this W by 3 amount of work in 30 days is done by 32 men, right? We can write equation like 32 men have completed that work, W by 3 amount of work in 30 days. Now they are asking for 32 additional men, right? So 32 plus x, how many additional men should he employ to complete the remaining work? So 32 plus x, number of men, should complete 2/3 of the work in 32 days. We need to find x. So in order to find x, we need to eliminate m. So from this equation, we can write m as W by 3 into 30 into 32. So if you put that in this equation, 32 plus x into W by 3 into 30 into 32 is equal to 2 by 3 into 32 into W. So 32, 3 cancel. Now W cancel. 30 into 2, 60, right? So 32 plus x is equal to 60. So x is equal to 62 minus 60 minus 32, which is 28. So answer is 28 additional men. Question 7. John takes twice as much as time as Jack to finish a job. Jack and Jim together take 1/3 of the time to finish the job than John takes working alone. Moreover, in order to finish the job, John takes 3 days more than that taken by 3 of them working together. In how many days will Jim finish the job working alone? So as you can observe, this is a bit complicated question, and even names are same, so that variables it is a little bit confusing. So in order to clear confusion, we'll write here. So John will take it as A, Jack will take as B, and Jim will take as C. Now John takes twice as much as time as Jack. So now if Jack takes x number of days, John takes twice of that. Okay, so now Jack and Jim together take 1/3 of the time to finish the job, then John takes working alone. Now Jack is B, Jim is C, right? John is A. So B and C working together, they take 1/3 of the time taken by A. time taken by A is 2x, 1/3 of it is 1/3 into 2x. So done. Now next, in order to finish the job, John takes 3 days more than that taken by 3 of them working together. Now let's say 3 of them working together, they complete in y number of days. Now they are saying John, which is nothing but A. So the time taken by A is 2x, right? Time taken by A is 3 days more than ABC working together. So y plus 3. So in order to eliminate y, another variable, we can rewrite this as y is equal to 2x minus 3. So A plus B plus C is nothing but w by 2x minus 3. That's it. So now they are asking for in how many days will Jim finish the job. Jim is C. We need to find C. Right? Now, in order to find C, we need to find B. In order to find B, we need to find X. Correct? So in this equation, we'll substitute all the values and try to find X. So A is w by 2x. Now B plus C is 3 by 2 into w by x is equal to w by 2x minus 3. Now 2x denominators are same, we can add numerators. So 1w plus 3w, 4w, w cancels. So 4 by 2x is equal to 1 by 2x minus 3. If we cross multiply, right, 4x minus 6 is equal to x. So 3x is equal to 6, x is equal to 2. Now we have x is equal to 2, so that means b is w by 2, a is w by 4. If you put that information in this equation, right, so w by 2 plus c is equal to 3 by 2 into w by x. X is nothing but 2. So 2c is equal to 3 by 2 into w by 2 minus w by 2. So w by 2, if you take common, 3 by 2 minus 1, this is nothing but 3 minus 2 by 2. This is nothing but 1 by 2. So w by 2 into 1 by 2. So c is equal to w by 4. So he can do it alone in 4 days. So Jim can do it alone in 4 days is the answer. Question 8. A group of men decided to do a job in 8 days. But since 10 men dropped out every day, the job got completed at the end of 12th day. How many men were there at the beginning? Let's say at the beginning there are x number of men. X number of men can complete that job in 8 days if they work continuously. But it did not happen like that. So first day there were x number of men. Now second day 10 men dropped out. So x minus 10 number of men. On the third day x minus 20, right? X minus 10 minus 10. It is x minus 20 number of men. So it goes like that. On the 12th day, the total work has been completed. So now parts of the work, if we add, we should get the total work. Now the first part of the work is done by x number of men working for 1 day, which is nothing but x number of men working for 1 day plus second part of the work is done by x minus 10 number of men working for 1 day. Like that, the third day it is x minus 20 number of men working for 1 day. It goes like that for 12 days to complete the total work. Now m is common in all of these terms. We take it outside. So here we have x plus x minus 10 plus x minus 20. It goes till 12 terms is equal to w. So now M is nothing but W by 8x. Now this is again arithmetic series, 10, 20, it goes like that. So we have to write, we can rewrite this as x minus 0, which is nothing but x, just for the sake of it. Now if I group x, right, so x is repeating x plus x plus x plus x 12 times, right? So 12x minus 0 minus 10 minus 20, like that it goes till 12 terms, is equal to w. So w cancels. So 12x minus, if I take common, 0 plus 10 plus 20 plus it goes like that, is equal to 8x goes that way, right? So this is nothing but arithmetic series with starting term a is equal to 0, difference is 10, number of terms is 12, so 12 days, right? Now sum of n terms is given as, this is sum, right? First term, second term, third term, right? So it is nothing but n by 2 into 2a, 2 into 0 plus n minus 1, 12 minus 1 into d, which is nothing but 0, 10. So d is 10. So 12 by 2 is 6 into 12 minus 1 is 11 into 10. So 12x minus 6 into 11 into 10 is equal to 8x. So that means 4x is equal to 6 into 11 into 10. 2 2 ja, 2 3 ja, 2 1 ja, 2 5 ja. So 3 into 11 into 5. 3 11 ja, 33 into 5. 5 3 ja 15. 5 3 15 plus 1 60. So x is equal to 165. So 165 men were there at the beginning. Question 9. Two typists undertake to do a job. Second typist begin working 1 hour after the first. 3 hours after the first typist has begun working, there is still 9 by 20 of the work to be done. When the assignment is completed, it turns out that each typist has done half of the work. How many hours would it take each one to do the whole job individually? Okay, so we'll take sentence by sentence. So two typists undertake to do a job. So let's call them A and B. Now the second sentence is, the second typist begin working 1 hour after the first. So after the first typist has worked for 1 hour, the second typist has begun the work. So he did not work for the first hour. Now the next sentence is, 3 hours after the first typist has begun working, there is still 9 by 20th of the work to be done. So that means from here 3 hours, so that means 2 hours, right? 1 plus 2 is 3. So B has also worked for 2 hours. At this point of time, 9 by 20th work is pending. So work done plus pending is equal to total work. So pending work is 9 by 20th of the work. So done is plus that. So work done is equal to W minus 9 by 20 of W. So which is nothing but 11 by 20th of the work. So if we write equations for that, so A has worked for 3 hours, 1 plus 2. B has worked for 2 hours. They completed 11 by 20th of the work. 9 by 20th of the work is pending. So now when the assignment is completed, so that means until this point 11 by 20th of the work is done, 9 by 20th of the work is pending. So let's say they take x hours more, right? At the end of the assignment, it turns out that each typist has done half of the work. So that means A working for 1 plus 2 plus x number of hours, productivity into time, he has completed half of the work. Now B working for 2 plus x. productivity into time, he has completed half of the work. So that means A is equal to W by 2 into 3 plus X. This means B is equal to W by 2 into 2 plus X. So they are asking for how many hours would it take each one to do the whole job individually. That means they are asking for 2 into 3 plus X and 2 into 2 plus X. So we need to find X. So if we substitute values of A and B in this equation, we can have this equation. So A is W by 2 into 3 plus X into 3 from here, plus B is W by 2 into 2 plus X into 2 from here is equal to 11 by 20 into W. So W is common on both sides, we can cancel that. 2 is common, so if it comes this side, it is like 2 1 ja 2 10 ja. So this equation is 3 by 3 plus X plus 2 by 2 plus X is equal to 11 by 10. Now LCM of this is multiplication, right? 3 plus X into 2 plus X. So this fraction will be multiplied by 2 plus X and this fraction will be multiplied by 3 plus X. So here we'll have 3 into 2 6 plus 3 into X 3X plus 2X. So that is 5X. 6 plus 5X plus X square. So that is coming as quadratic equation. So there are big numbers involved. So in order to solve it little bit easier, we'll introduce another variable. So let's say we take X plus 2 as Y, right? So that means this can be written as 1 plus 2 plus X, right? So 2 plus X is nothing but Y. So this is replaced by Y and this is replaced by Y plus 1. So we have equation like 3 by Y plus 1 plus 2 by Y is equal to 11 by 10. The reason for doing this is simplification. 3 into 2 plus X, 2 into 3 plus X. So it will be little bit simplified. So LCM of Y plus 1 and Y is Y plus 1 into Y. So we need to multiply this fraction by Y and this fraction by Y plus 1. Now we have 3Y plus 2Y plus 2. So that means we have 5Y plus 2 in the numerator. In the denominator we have Y into Y plus 1 is equal to 11 by 10. So if we cross multiply, we have 50Y plus 20 is equal to Y square plus Y into 11. So 11Y square plus 11Y. So that turns out to be 11Y square. 11Y minus 50Y, it is minus 39Y minus 20 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We need to solve it. So we have 11 into minus 20. So 11 plus 20, it is 31. We need 39, right? So we split this into 5 into 4. Okay. So 11 5 is 55. 55 and 4, that also is wrong. So 11 into 4, 44 into 5. So this will work, right? So if we do that, if we rewrite this equation, 11y square 39 as 44 minus 5, right? 44 into minus 5 will have cross product. So 44 minus 5, if we do that, 39 is equal to 44 minus 5, right? So if you do that, we will have 44y plus minus goes inside, this minus goes inside, plus 5y minus 20 is equal to 0. So here I can take 11y as common, and then I will have y minus 4, and here I can take 5 common, we will have y minus 4 is equal to 0. So we will have 11y plus 5 into y minus 4. Now y minus 4 I will take common, we will have 11y plus 5 and y minus 4 is equal to 0. So from this, y can be 4 or y can be minus 5 by 11. So those are the two solutions. So y is the number of hours, right? X plus 2, right? So it cannot be negative. So y is equal to 4. So that means x is equal to 2 hours. So what they are asking is how much time A can do it individually, how much time B can do it individually. So A is equal to W by 2 into 3 plus X is 2. So W by 10. B is W by 2 into 2 plus 2, which is W by 8. So first typist can do the work alone in 10 hours and second typist can do the work alone in 8 hours. This is the answer. Question 10. One man can do as much work in 1 day as a woman can do it in 2 days. A child does 1/3 of the work in a day as a woman. If an estate owner hires 39 pairs of hands, men, women and children in the ratio 6:5:2 and pays them 1,113 rupees at the end of the day, what must be the daily wages of child B if the wages are proportional to the amount of work done? So if we take efficiencies as M, W and C, we can write equation for per sentence as one man can do as much work in 1 day. So the amount of work that he has done is productivity into time, which is 1 day. It is woman can do it in 2 days. So woman working for 2 days. So this is the amount of work. So M is equal to 2W. Now the next sentence is a child does 1/3 of the work in a day as a woman. So that means the amount of work done by child is 1/3 of the work done by woman in 1 day. So 1/3 of the work done by woman in 1 day. So C is equal to W by 3. Now if an estate owner hires 39 pairs of hands, men, women and children in the ratio 6:5:2 and pays them 1,113 rupees at the end of day's work. That means for 1 day of work they are getting 1,113 rupees. Then they are asking for how much money should a child get for 1 day of work. So we need to find how many men, how many women and how many children. So they are in the ratio 6:5:2, right? So we take 6x men, 5x women and 2x children, right? A common multiplier would be x, and if we add them we should get 39. So x 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, 13 goes that way, 39 divided by 13 which is 3. So that means there are 6 into 6x. So that means 6 3s are 18 men and 5 3s are 15, 15 women and 2 into 3 6 children. So this is the combined productivity if they work for 1 day. So this is the amount of work they get done in 1 day. So they get 1,113 rupees. So how much should a child get in 1 day? So the amount of work that he can do in 1 day is his productivity C into 1. So he should get Y rupees, right? We need to find Y. So in order to find Y, we need to eliminate M and W. We have to write in terms of C. So M is nothing but first we will cross multiply this, right? So 18M plus 15W plus 6C is equal to 1,113 into Y, of course, into C. So now M is nothing but 2W, right? M is equal to 2W and W in terms of C is 3C. So M is equal to 6C and W is equal to 3C. So if you substitute that here, 18 into 6C plus 15 into 3C plus 6C into Y is equal to 1,113 into C. So now C is common in this fraction. If it comes outside, we will have 18 into 6 which is 60 plus 48, 108, 15 3s are 45 plus 6 into Y equal to 1,113 to C. C gets cancelled. 108 plus 51, it is 159. So y is equal to 1113 divided by 159. So this is divisible by 3 because 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3 plus 3 6. So this is divisible by 3. So 3 3s are 9, 21, 3 7s are 21, 3 1s are 3. So this is 3 5s are 3 3s are. So now this is not divisible by 3, so we'll try to divide. So 53, so this is 50, this is 350, so 7 times. So we'll try with 7. So 7 3s are 21, 7 5s are 20, 7 5s are 35 plus 2 37. So we are exactly divisible. So 53 1s are 53 7s are. So y is equal to 7. So answer is 7 rupees. Question 11. 40 men can complete a piece of work in 40 days. They started the work together, but at the end of each 10th day, 5 men left the job. The work would have been completed in how many days? There are two ways in solving this question. First, we'll see the harder way through equations, how to solve that. And second, we'll see the easier way which you can use in aptitude test. So 40 men can complete that work in 40 days. Okay. Now, by the end of each 10th day, 5 men left the job. That means 1, 2, 3, 4th day, 5th day, like that 10 days. 40 men works on each day, right? Until the end of 10th day. On the 11th day, 35 men work. No, 5 people left and then it goes on till 20th day, 35 people work and then 5 people will leave. So that means 21st day there are 30 men. Like that it goes on there. So we can write equation like 40 men working for 10 days. So they complete some part of the work, plus 35 men working for 10 days. They complete some part of the work and then it goes on like that and they complete the total work. Now, if I replace m is equal to w by 40 into 40 in this equation, unnecessary fractions and all of that. So I'll replace w is equal to 40m into 40, which is 1600 m. Okay, so done. Now, we don't know whether it will be in terms of 10 days, right? So this is 10 days, this is next 10 days, this is next 10 days. The last one may be complete 10 days or only a part of it, no? Only 1 day or 2 days, or we don't know. So let us take in the last part, which is y number of days, let's say. So it can range from 0 days, to 9.999 days, right? Like that. So its range is from 0 to 9.99 days. So if we write that, so m is common on both sides, even in the last term m will come, so it is common. Now 40 men working for 10 days plus 35 men working for 10 days, it goes on like that. We have to achieve 1600, right? Now let us say for n complete cycles they have worked. Now each cycle is 10 days and then they have worked for y number of days. So that means we need to find 10n plus y. So that means the last term will be number of men into y days. So if we see these terms, it is complete cycles, right? So that means 10 will be present in all of them. We can take 10 common. So that means 40 plus 35 plus it goes on like that. We don't know, like let's say n terms, right? We assumed it to be n complete cycles into 10 plus some number of men into y is equal to 1600. So now this is a arithmetic progression which is sum of n terms. Sum of n terms is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So a is 40, d is minus 5 and n is n. So if we replace that, so we have n by 2 into 80 plus n minus 1 into minus 5 into 10 plus. Now the next number of men will be n plus 1th term. So here we have first term, second term, like that, n complete cycle, and the next one will be n plus 1th term. So nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. So n plus 1th term is n plus 1 minus 1 into d. So a plus n d, where a is 40, d is minus 5. So we can write this equation as 40 minus 5d, 5n actually. So d is minus 5, right, into y is equal to 1600. Now 2 1 ja, 2 5 ja, here this we can take 5 as common. So we have 5 is 40 minus n into y. So 5 is common in both terms. So if it goes that way, divided by 5, 1600 divided by 5, 5 3 is 15, 5 2 is 10, 5 is 0, so 320. So this is like n into minus 5n plus 5, 80 plus 5, 85, minus 5n plus 8 minus n into y is equal to 320. Now we need to find 10n plus y. We have two variables, n and y. So we know that it takes at least 40 days, correct? That means at least 4 complete cycles. So that means we can assume n is equal to 4 and try to find the value of y. If n is equal to 4, so 4 into 85 minus 20, which is 65, plus 4y is equal to 320. So that means 460 is 240, 4 5 is 20, 260. So 320 minus 260, which is 60. So 4y is equal to 60. So y is equal to 15. But this is not a acceptable solution because y needs to be in the range 0 to 9.99. So we'll try with n is equal to 5. So let's say it has completed 5 complete cycles. So that means 5 into 85 minus 25, which is 60, plus this is 3y is equal to 320. So from this we can write 560 is 300. 300 goes that way, it will be 20. So y is equal to 20 divided by 3, which is nothing but 360 is 18 plus 2 divided by 3. So this is a acceptable solution. N is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6 plus 2 by 3 is an acceptable solution. So 10n plus y is a required answer, right? So 10 into 5 plus 6 plus 2 by 3, 50 plus 6, 56 whole 2 by 3 days is the answer. Now we will see the easier way which you can use in aptitude test. So 40 men can complete that work in 40 days. Now from first day to 10th day 40 men are working. Now 11th day to 20th day 35 men will be working, and 21st day to 30th day 30 men will be working. So it goes on like that. Now if we do parts of the work is equal to total work, so we get 40 m into 10 plus 35 m into 10 plus it goes on like that. We get the total work. So now W we can write in terms of m as 1600 m. So m will be in these terms also, so we can take it out and we can cancel it. So now this will be 400, 350, next will be 30 into 10, which is 300. If we recognize this pattern, next number will be 250, 200, 150, 100, and then 50, and then 0, right? So now we need to add sum of these terms to get 1600. So 400 plus 350, 750 plus 300, 1050, 1050 plus 250, 1300 plus 200, which is 1500. 1500 plus 150, which is 1650. So that means we don't need this. We need only 100 out of this. So for the first 400, it takes 10 days. For the next 350, it takes 10 days. This takes 10 days. This takes 10 days. This takes 10 days. But this will not take 10 days because we need only 100 out of 150. So 150 is done in 10 days. So 100 will be done in X number of days. So 150 into X, if you cross multiply, is equal to 100 into 10. So X is equal to 5 2 ja, 5 3 ja, 20 divided by 3. 20 divided by 3 days. So which is nothing but 3 6 ja, 18 plus 2 by 3. So this is 6 plus 2 by 3 number of days. Now they are asking the total number of days, which is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3. So which is nothing but 50 plus 6 56 whole 2 by 3 days. Which is the answer. Summary. All you need is this equation to solve most of the time and work related problems. Don't go for shortcuts as they create confusion. You can check out the playlist linked in the description for more aptitude related problems. Thanks.